Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed Hero, and this is Brigandine. Let's continue. So it looks like our new character is over here. Yes, we got Enchantress Sugar, who's also level 1. She does start out with a demon, imp, and unicorn. Also, all the monsters have random names now. Originally in the previous game, they were usually just named after what they were essentially. But you could also rename them if you wanted to, though I'd never bothered. Alright, so yeah, so she's an Enchantress, so she would have been our first Enchantress if I hadn't done a class change. This tomboyish granddaughter of Muha looks up to Eliza like an older sister. Although still young and immature, she has great latent magical potential. Having inherited Muha's genetics, Guimo's military regulation states that witches may not enlist as soldiers until they pass the witchcraft mesophyte trials. Sugar skipped right over the neophyte phase and did just that, proving exactly how skilled she is. Due to her youth, she is unable to completely shake off her fear of the battlefield, but conceals this from those around her by putting on a brave and cheery front. Okay, yeah, for the most part, I got no complaints about her stuff. Yeah, she doesn't really have a lot of room. Alright, well, since I now have a female for this location, I'm actually going to go ahead and move you to go back up this location, because we're going to need it. Yeah, so we have just enough to defend all of our locations. Which is kind of bad, because that means we don't really have room for questing. Alright, troop-wise... Yeah, so I moved... Oh, I moved 3 units. Okay, so I do have 1 person I can send on quest. Well, in that case, real quick... So what I'm checking for right now... If there's a... Sometimes you'll see a flashing icon that's like a helmet, and that's essentially the same symbol as what you see down below each of these locations. That means there's a potential that they can actually recruit a Rune Knight, but it looks like right now there are no potentials for that. Alright, well with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and just keep sending Conrad here on quest. Yep, keep going on that quest, please. Alright, we of course have you now. So with you, I can get... We can summon some dragons. Okay. So I can go 2 dragons and a few other things, or I can go 1 dragon and a bunch of small things. That's usually the trade-off, of course. So summons. I have essentially 110 to spend. 110. Yeah, it's probably just gonna be it's gonna be 2 dragons and a high dog. It's just gonna have to be that. Which is not a bad thing. It's just you have less bodies to play around with. Also, I didn't check her rune range. Though right now I don't have the rune to be picky. I'm wondering if the minimum is 4 in this game. I know in the previous game it was like 3 in some cases. Oh, also, you might see there's a little gemstone icon next to their class. There's a chance whenever you summon things that they can be a kind of an upgraded form. So this one has transformed into the rare Mana Miracle form immediately after being summoned. This form contains more mana than usual, giving the monster a pale glow and raising its stats. So this one has higher stats. Okay. Besides that, I could... I'm just seeing what sort of shenanigans I can do. So I can do that. Do that. That gives me 25 to play around with. But I don't think there's anything that's 25 here. There isn't. Okay. I mean, to be honest, more than likely, when it comes to turn order in this game, it's based off level of your Rune Knight. So Patricia will be going last anyway. So having her carry all the healers is actually kind of viable. So I could do that. Let's see how that plays out. Obviously we have an elemental coming our way as well, but for right now we'll stick with what we have. Okay, so yeah, we have one person going on a quest this time. Not very exciting. Alright, so yeah, it looks like everyone's formed up at this point. Looks like they moved some people around again. Got a swordsman. Swordsmen are essentially like samurai. So this guy, this group here has more power than me, but I'm just seeing what they got. A upgraded man-eater, which is essentially a upgraded man. It's a higher class of mandrake. A thunder dragon, a Pegasus, a goblin knight, and then they have a variety of rocks and wyverns. And then of course we have a Bazoo Knight, which is a unique class specific to the Bazoo race. This doesn't look too bad. The only real spellcaster they have is Talia, who does have area heal. And if we take out Talia, the rest of them will retreat. Because if you take out a leader, it's an automatic retreat for everybody. If you take out just a regular Rune Knight, the rest of their units will either retreat or lose control and just sit in place. So yeah, I might go after this. If I'm going to go after anyone, it's probably going to be the Shinobi. I'm just seeing what they got here. So this one has a bunch of knights and a saint. Monster-wise, they're not... It looks intimidating, but most of it's kind of just fluff. The biggest danger are just the Rune Knights themselves, because they're all rather powerful. And then they do have a Cyclops as well. So with that in mind... menu? Thank you. Let's go ahead and make ourselves a save. So yeah, as you can see, I've played this game a bit. Alright. So for our attack, we'll be down about 2,000 power, a little less than that. I'm trying to remember how to do this. Ah, there we go. So you can send as many units as you want when attacking, but in the actual battle itself, you can only use 3 Rune Knights at once. Any other Rune Knights that you happen to send will just sit out of the combat, but they will move with you when you finish the combat if you take over the location. Otherwise, you'll just all retreat back to where you were. Alright, so yeah, I want to go deal with the Shinobi first. Because the Shinobi, I think, are probably easier to deal with right now. Down here, nothing too special. Okay, we should be okay up here. Looks like, yeah, we have higher rune power than all of our borders. It's just here that we're pretty soft. But they may end up having to turn their attentions to this. Every faction has multiple fronts they're fighting on. With Mana Cilicia, of course, having the most. They're attacking on... They have 4 fronts, essentially. Alright. So with that, let's execute this combat. Actually, before we do that... Rocks. Giant bird monsters. They are able to cause greater damage to monsters that excel in mountainous terrain, and their wild screeches cause anyone who hear them to pass out. They are weak against bow attacks. So they do have an AoE, but it's it will hurt friendlies. Gaius. These gargantuan monsters loom dauntily above those around them. Although slow-witted, they are strong enough to lift boulders and become even more powerful on mountain terrain. Their area of expertise. Their attacks may stun enemies, but they have low accuracy. They do best with support from protect or heal spells due to their low defense. Bronze Golem. Monsters with unrivaled defensive capabilities. In some regions, these creatures are venerated as ancient protectors of mankind. They have poor mobility and they tend to trail at the back of the ranks, but excel on mountainous terrain. Their high HP and defense makes them a valuable asset in any defensive line. They're also immune to all status effects. Lizardmen. Reptilian monsters that are at home both in water and on land. They are skilled at swordsmanship and their mobility is unaffected by swampy terrain. They love to toy with their foes, taunting them with their agile movements. They have average attack strength, but good defenses, including skills that can further reduce the damage they take. Raising them to a higher class will allow them to make even better use of their skills. Gremlins, imps. So in the previous game, they were pixies and fairies, and they've been replaced in this game by imps and gremlins. They are functionally the same. The only thing that's changed compared to Brigandine, I guess I forgot to mention, in Brigandine there were the original Brigandine, there were special abilities that only happened when you crit. Pixies and fairies had a unique thing where they had a special crit ability that only happened when they counterattack crit. In this game, they don't have any of that. Crits are just crits in this game. Alright, monsters skilled at support magic. They love playing pranks and watching others get frustrated by their mischief. They provide ally support with spells such as Silent and Protect, making them a valuable addition to any troop. Their low HP and defense make them unsuited for fighting on the front lines. However, should you face one in battle, it would be best to eliminate it before it starts causing trouble. Dragons. Monsters equipped with tough scales and sharp claws, able to hit multiple enemies at once with their breath attack. They have high HP and attack, but at a high magic cost. These monsters have the ability to change into higher classes of different types. High Dogs. Monsters with frames much larger than any normal canine. These faithful companions will not hesitate to throw themselves in dangerous way to protect their masters. Quick and agile, they attack in a flash and withdraw before their foe can strike back. However, their actual attack power is nothing special. Making full use of their skills is the key to success. Unicorns. Monsters with a single distinctive horn. They are skilled with curative spells such as Heal, Cure, and their low magic cost makes them easy to fit into any troop arrangement. Weak in direct combat, they are best placed further back in the action where they can concentrate on healing. They have access to a Heal and Cure spell. Okay, and while we're here, Talia, we've already read about her stuff. Toby. Although a mix between a wild bazoo and a Barret fairy, Toby's inhuman appearance does not bother Talia in the least. Toby is not only Talia's martial arts teacher, but also someone special because of the fatherly warmth he provides. Their bond transcends racial boundaries and brings greater strength to the Shinobi tribe's military. Whenever Toby finds something he thinks may amuse children, he stuffs it into his pocket. He seems to be concerned about the 2 children he left behind. Alright, Jose. Leader of the mercenary troops Sid belongs to. Impressed by Rei's self-sacrificing death during a mission to the Mana Cilicia theocracy, he pays the Shinobi village a visit. There he learns of the Shinobi tribe's determination to fight for their freedom and decides to join their cause. As a well-traveled mercenary with battle achievements all across the continent, his knowledge and experience will certainly prove invaluable to the Shinobi tribe. Alright, monsters, Man-Eaters. A mandrake's new form following a class change. They use the sweet scent of their nectar to lure unsuspecting human prey into the forest. They also have an increased chance of inflicting paralysis with their regular attack, and recover even more HP in Forest Terrain. They even know a new skill that turns their foes to stone. They are perfect for stopping the enemy in their tracks. A dragon's new form following a class change. They control lightning power, receiving a boost of HP, attack, defense, and breath range. Their greatly increased magic cost should be taken into account during troop organization. Bear in mind they have an advantage over blue types and a disadvantage against red types. Oh yeah, I didn't really talk about that. So there's 5 elements, red, green, blue, white, and black. Essentially white and black oppose each other, so they get extra damage to each other, and then any like elements will do less damage. And then fire beats red, red beats green, green beats blue, and blue beats red. Essentially is the rotation in this game. In the previous game, green was just kind of its own unique element that didn't have any advantages. And the rest were just opposing elements. Anyway, rocks, mandrakes. Sentient plant monsters, legend says a medicine can be made from their roots capable of curing any illness. They are competent in hand-to-hand combat and will recover HP every turn when in Forest Terrain, experts on paralysis. They know how to inflict it on foes and are immune to it themselves. They may not be pretty, but they make valuable allies. Pegasus. A unicorn's new form following a class change. Their wings allow them to move freely over any terrain. They are capable of using spells such as Halo to increase allies' accuracy and help them grow stronger more quickly. They are weak to black type attacks. So the Halo spell is a really cool buff. It makes it so your next attack is 100% accurate, and it gives you 1.5 times experience. Every attack you do, or every attack and effect you do will give you experience, and kills tend to give you a lot more experience based off what you're killing. So what you usually do is you soften something up, put Halo on somebody, and then have them do the kill and get a ton of experience and a bunch of level ups. Goblin Knights. A goblin's new form following a class change. Considered brave and heroic warriors by other goblins, they have studied all kinds of nasty techniques to more effectively inflict status elements on their foes. Their magic cost is relatively low for a higher class monster, making them an easy fit into different troops. They still have low attack power though, preferring to poison or paralyze the enemy and letting their allies do the rest. Wyverns. Monsters with large wings that soar through the sky, able to move around quickly without being influenced by the terrain. They can easily get behind enemies and are perfect for zone of control setups. Although not as strong as dragons, their mid-air strikes are highly accurate. These monsters are weak against bows, so always be watchful of their placement on the field. Yeah, that's the only regret I have with what I have set up right now, is we don't actually have a lot of bows. Low-level spirits found throughout Runersia. They have a strong sense of kinship with their fellows and will gang up to defeat stronger foes. They are surprisingly hardy despite their cute appearance, and maintain their mobility in Forest Terrain, making them good for scouting ahead. They are unable to use magic, but specialize in attacks that inflict poison and paralysis. Alright, with all that, let's do this. Alright. So that means they weren't attempting to attack. Oh wow, they beat me by actually a lot more. They beat me by 3,000 here. Okay, well, worst case scenario is I'm just going to kill a bunch of them, or kill as much as I can, get as much experience as I can, and then retreat. But we'll see. Because this terrain is not favorable. Okay, so where you start out, each map is unique to their location. And where you attack from is based off what direction you're coming in from. So since we came from the west, we're coming in from the west, as you can see from the road there. Otherwise, we would come from the other side. Alright, so... And then where we deploy kind of decides this stuff. Lots of forest terrain, unfortunately. I fight to ensure victory for Guimole. I am Tali of the Shinobi. We will fight for our freedom and the freedom of the entire continent. Much like in the previous game, if you have certain rune knights with you going up against other rune knights of note, they'll sometimes be unique dialogue between them. So, for example, if we had brought Eliza with us, she would no doubt have a conversation with Talia here. Alright, so a few things to note. So the aura that you can see there, that is their rune area. Monsters need to stay within this area or else they'll suffer debuffs. Movement is decided by what type of preferred terrain they have. Temple Knight's preferred terrain is swamp, which gives them a little bit of an advantage in water, but not as much as actual water types. And then they tend to do worse in other terrains, like forest and stuff. These are high mountains, which we actually can't go into. But there are also regular hills type mountains that you can also stand in, which is what our golems and Gigases get benefits from. And then of course there's forest movement, which gets benefit from forest. Each of the terrain types have advantages and disadvantages depending on what they're on. And then there's roads, which give additional movement for non-flying units. There's also flying, of course, which there's low. I think there's just sky and yeah, there's just sky in this one. So yeah, you have flying types, which can kind of freely go wherever, and they are not affected by terrain. There's also the castle terrain itself, which has extremely high bonuses for evasion and accuracy. And anyone that is sitting in the castle will get healed every turn. I think it's like healed by like 100 or something. Also, there's a 12-turn limit for combat. In this one, if a victory condition is not met by the final turn, if the attacking force has occupied the castle, they win. Otherwise, they lose, and they'll have to retreat. Okay, so with that, let's get going. So right now we're just going to try to cover ground, because we got a lot to cover. As mentioned, you don't usually want to be outside your terrain, but since we're pretty far away from the enemy anyway, it's kind of okay at this. It's acceptable at this point. Yeah, as you can see, some of these troops are not particularly quick. So yeah, I'm just taking advantage of the water just so I can spread out a little bit. Okay, so that unit's going to have Halo, and that's going to stay up until it's dispelled or used. Yeah, the AI is a little different in this game. In Brigandine, the first Brigandine, if you... they would essentially just sit there until you engage them. Unless it was on easy, in which case they would actually engage us, even if they're the defender. Oh, by the way, dancers, rogues actually prefer mountain terrain, which is kind of interesting. Archers prefer forest terrain, which we don't have a single archer, by the way. That's a little annoying. So I'm zooming out a little bit just so I can see a little better. So yeah, man-eaters are a pain on this map because there's just so much forest terrain, so they can actually make use of it. Alright, we're just going to go up here. Get our doggos up here. I'm not sure if I want to move there yet. Definitely get you there. Actually, yeah, I want to move you to that, and then move you to here. Alright. And the unicorns I don't really need right now until we need healing. Or need to remove a status effect. So yeah, they're gonna shift around a little bit. Alright. So yeah, that's the coverage there. Yeah, the wyvern can actually reach us. You can see by the little red grids on the bottom there. Something I was mentioned was zone of influence. The zone of influence for all monsters is essentially the surrounding hexes. If you're within striking range, if your zone of influence overlaps their zone of influence, that will actually hinder their movement going through those locations. And if you completely surround somebody's zone of influence, or completely engulf somebody's zone of influence with your units, they are considered, they're essentially considered flank, and they will suffer accuracy penalties, and you'll get accuracy bonuses when attacking them. Alright. So I think at this point we want to go ahead and form a line. I think that's going to be the plan. It's super dangerous though. What, level 11? So there's a chance... Okay, the others have already gone, so it's just going to be Talia that goes next. So let's play it safe. We'll go here. Stand by there. What's the range of your spell? Protect is range 3. Okay, so I can put you probably here safely. We'll put you there. Yeah, that's fine for now. It's been a while since I've played this, so I'm hoping I don't overextend. Alright, so far we're okay. So we're going to want something like this. Okay, you prefer plains. So yeah, forests give me a penalty for mountain terrain, unfortunately. But not as bad as water. Alright. If they don't engage us immediately, I'll probably use this turn to go ahead and try to get our Enchantress caught up, because she is super far behind. I'm really pushing a little too quickly. Okay, they're not engaging yet. They're thinking about it, but they're not doing it. Yep, okay, they're getting halos set up. Okay. So we got that going for us. Protect lasts for 2 turns. And you got resist, and I'm not really worried about spells. They don't really have any offensive spells. Is that water? Yes, it is. I mean, I can go here, get that going. You can also retreat if you're ever worried about losing somebody. If a unit gets slain, there's a chance they can steal an item that was on that unit. And in the case of a Rune Knight, if they get slain, all of their monsters will try to retreat. And any monsters that fail to retreat will stay in place and be kind of a stationary unit that's still technically hostile, but won't actually do anything. And if the victor will be able to pick up those remaining monsters. So sometimes if you really want a monster, you'll try to go after the Rune Knight instead and hope you can capture it so you can steal it. In our case, though, we're not going for that. We're going to go to standby, and then we're going to go ahead and get protect up on you. So that'll give us a hefty defense up. And so those halos are going to be pretty nasty in the beginning, but every halo they cast is less magic they can use for other stuff. Yeah, and halo is actually a kind of an expensive spell, by the way. So yeah, it's 88 each, so it's essentially costing our heal over a heal each time. Okay. I can technically do that. No, that's too risky. Yeah, the preferred force train's a problem. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move you down a space to there. And then yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. We got you caught up. So our main thing here, each of these have enough for two heal spells. If they have to end up having to cast, or a potential cure spell if they need to remove paralysis or whatever. Okay, they're not engaging still. Oh, you're thinking about it. Okay, that I've never seen. I've never seen someone push like this before. Usually it's either they'll shuffle around some more and reposition, or they'll literally rush you. This I did not expect. Cause yeah, they're in engage range. Their Goblin Knight's not even in forest. That's kind of crazy. But I also don't have much to maneuver on, unfortunately, because of the water. So it's not going to be pretty regardless. Yeah, we definitely want to try to stay out of range of that Man-Eater if we can. But if we poke it, if we at least poke these guys, maybe they'll make her rush forward. And if we can make her rush forward, that will be great. Though she can't really go that far. Whoa, my cat's about to knock over my drink. Okay. So, what's my chances? So the neat thing about this game, compared to the last game, is you can actually see what your accuracy and chances are and how much damage you do for all this, which can be really helpful. So what I can do is actually I can shift over like this. And then go for this and start going for kills. There you go. Okay. And then I can move. I'll move you to here to kind of hold the line. Alright, so you see that chain there? That will make it so we have flanking. So at this point I think that is what I'm going to do. But before I do... Oh, I don't have enough for another protect. Okay, never mind. I could use you as bait and just use you for the flank. I'm almost okay with that. If I were to do this and then attack you, I have 100% accuracy and then you would be able to hit me really hard back. So I'm not going to attack, I'm just going to move here and be bait. As much as I would love to level up a imp right now, that is not what I want to do in this moment. Okay. So this actually helps out with units that have low accuracy, like this Gigas. Okay. Okay, see what you do. Yep, that's what. Alright, so you're gonna engage here. Okay. So that takes care of the halo that was on it, which is good. Okay, the dragon got isolated. Okay, you're outside my range. Got it. So we need to be careful about the dragon. The dragon can do a breath attack. And it is lightning element, so that's a bit of a danger. Alright, so what I want to do here is just move up to about there. I'm not sure I really want to attack the Maneater right now. And just to kind of give comparison here, I can hit him for about 60 damage and he'll counter for 140. So yeah, this thing's a beast. So I could hit him from here with a breath attack, which will barely hurt it. So yeah, this thing's it's a bit of a monster. I'm just gonna move up. I can attack it. Again, same situation. It's just super beefy. But it's the only way we're gonna be able to kill it is gradually wear it down. Alright. And then for this attack, yeah, I'm just gonna move and then we'll see what happens. You can do a little bit of damage. And I can move back a step. I can also move and flank, but I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. If possible, I'd like to bait the breath attack. I also need to get her in a better position. So the breath attack for Thunder Dragons is 4 spaces, so it actually goes all the way out to here. Alright, so I want to go here. Can't move and cast spells, unfortunately. Use. Technically, I can help out here. Alright, so that gives us a little bit of a spread. Oh, actually, that's going to provoke the breath attack. Oh well. If it happens, it happens. Yep, heals in Forest. Ow. Yep, here comes the heal. Sonic combo! Well, there goes my pixie. Okay, no paralysis, thank you. Oh, in the previous game, Rocks had a chance to do Petrify, but that's no longer the case. Ouch. Okay. We are still flanking, so we're good on that front. Pretty sure I can't do anything here. 79. Well, it's better than that. Okay. Good luck. Okay, 121. Yeah, these beefy monsters are a thing. 100% accurate. Okay, cat, get off the desk. All right. I'm gonna do a lefty swing on you. Nice. So blockage triggered, so it did less damage. Oh, got feint, which means it can't counter. So that means I can do a free hit. For now, we'll have you do this. I can do Big Roar. To do that much damage. It would also hit my own units. Yeah, I ain't feeling it. It also has a chance of doing feint. But I think I'm going to do this instead. Up. Okay. Goblin down. Flying Stinger. Ow. Well, I have Protect, which helped me there. Oh my gosh. God, that strong Numpowder. Defense up. Alright, well, we're not doing anything to you for a while. So yeah, the strong Numpowder has reduced accuracy. But man, that did so much damage. Oh, because it's 4. It's green versus blue. Alright. We do have Venom. So I guess the question is what do we want to go for? So I can do Acid Breath this way. Start wailing away at those units. That freaking that Man-Eater. kind of a problem. I can at least hit all of you. 14 damage. Yeah, that's the protect there. 20% chance to do that. Alright. So that does 70 damage. There's not really much I can do with you. Okay, no poison. Okay. So I can hit Frost from here. But if that thing keeps pelting me, it's gonna be a problem. I don't remember how much damage it did. Whatever it wasn't fun. I'm just gonna play it safe. Because if it crits, that's also a different story. I mean, to be fair, like, I'm using a level 1 Rune Knight against essentially level 10s. But if we can take out some of these big units, that'll be a win in my book. They will get victory experience and all that, but that's not a huge deal. I'm actually okay with this. I want them to spread their damage out. Okay, 89. Missed. Okay. We're struggling on the right, but the left has actually been doing okay. So yeah, something about the field of influence. You can see that I can't actually move into this space, and that's because of all of the... If you try to move through any of zone influences, it hinders your movement. If we want to, we can start putting a dent in that Pegasus. That wouldn't be too bad. So I do have Airy Rush, which does okay damage. It's water against lightning, essentially, so that's the problem. Golem Punch. God, I really want to kill that dragon. But trying to wail on it with what we have is not wise. 50% accuracy. Not great. Alright, well I can move you here. You'll get at least some bonuses. Nice crit. Ah, that sucks. Oh, good. We had both the same accuracy, and I didn't get screwed over for it. Good. Just gonna move over here and see what that's looking like. Yeah, not good enough. Alright. Nice. Okay. More than likely she's going to do a regular heal spell. She does have area heal, but her area heal is only 2 hexes. So she'll probably do a regular heal on the rock for her turn. My protect has worn off. Got that force terrain. You, I'm just... can I... I mean, I can wail... I'm just gonna let you take up a space. I do have magic. I could spell break. I could have actually spell break the protect if I really want to. Though at this point, I don't think it's gonna be that super useful, especially since this Pegasus or this unicorn is just gonna heal. Yeah, we'll just do area rush. You're gonna hit back, unfortunately. And hit me with paralyze. Of course you will. Okay, heals him. That's fine. Alright, hits with Stone Gaze, but didn't actually succeed in the... Okay, protect on you, that's fine. Okay. I do have enough for another Acid Breath. Have enough for one more Venom. You will just sit there. Okay. Alright, we have to cure. So yeah, we'll keep just keep blasting you. We're probably going to lose a unicorn here. Especially when the breath attack hits. Alright, turn 7. Yep, here comes the heal. Okay, it's going to be on the dragon. Alright. Still alive. This ought to finish you off. It does. Okay. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Yeah, just hit me with everything. Alright, I can flank the Man-Eater. Yeah, her being paralyzed is a bit annoying. Also, we have no healing left, so we're gonna have to retreat soon. Nice. So what I can do here is flank you, crits, faint, that's fine, and I can finish you off. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't retreat because the Temple Knight is paralyzed right now. So, got that going for us. Nice hit. Ouch. And now I'm poisoned as well. Oh wow, that took her out. Alright, I lost a Gygas. Oh, I lost a Gygas and a Golem. Okay. Yeah, at this point I'm just gonna have to cut my losses. Let's go ahead and retreat. Well, actually, before we retreat, I should have attacked the Goblin, to be honest, because I don't think it would have killed, though. Alright, you're done. Let's go ahead and retreat. How did I not foresee our need to withdraw? Alright. We have lost our advantage in this battle. Let us retreat and find a better time to do this. Complete victory. The land itself is our ally. Indeed, it was all forest. Yeah, I should have... In my setup, I should have given, I should have gotten more centaurs. This would have made this a lot easier. So I'll probably go and see about finding some centaurs. I know that there's one of our bases that has to have some centaurs. The victory reward is 200 experience, so they gain 200 experience, which is not the end of the world. Greetings, I am Sister Leanne. I am but a humble servant of the Rune God. I had never once thought I might join the war. However, the day Miss Eliza started her campaign, I had a strange dream. When I awoke, I had been gifted with the strength of a Rune Knight. In my dream, I was in a garden shaped like the land of Runersia that was filled with red roses just beginning to flower. As I watched, they all began to bloom into a beautiful sea of color. This was, without a doubt, a vision sent by the Rune God. He showed me that Miss Eliza will quell the fighting and bring peace. But I wish to know why the Rune God saw fit to gift me, a humble sister of the faith, the power to destroy rather than to heal. Please, I wish you lend you my strength. Leanne is now an ally. Quest results. Failed. Good job, Conrad. Alright, so we now have a new unit. We have Leanne, who has mermaids and a giant snake. So, questions? Nope. Nope. There's my centaurs. Leanne is also an Enchantress, so she is a spellcaster as well. Didn't lose any other troops, it looks like. Oh no, we lost a unicorn. Which is fine. And these new units came in. We'll borrow you. Alright, so we got those coming. She has to move there first. Oh, there's centaurs over here as well. So yeah, centaurs are really pretty handy. They are ranged monsters, which are something I kind of need for that. They're also forest terrain, which is also really helpful. Alright, so we do need to get our forces up and running, so let's make sure we have what we need here. We're gonna go ahead and summon at least one dragon. Okay. Problem is that we don't have any cheap units. Okay. Let's this will hopefully hold them off for a little bit. So these are the 3 units. Okay, we now have potential of getting Rune Knights. Ah, here it is. There it is. Do that, that, and that. We want them all to do this quest. Okay. So we got Darian filling in for that. We got someone that's going to be going to get some archers. I might as well go ahead and get rid of these because I'm not going to keep them. The level 8 mermaid would have been nice, but I really just... There's a better way of leveling up mermaids. It's just by sending them on quest. Okay, I think that's everything for right now, so I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am The Prestige. This was Brigandine. I'll see you guys in a bit.